Theater is sort of a magical place for me. Working with Scott Ellis twice, both nominations with Scott. We worked with the same prop master, Peter Serafin, who's extraordinary. And we collected those things. We, there were hundreds of pieces, and each one related to a backstory. It was the biggest technical challenge, is to have that train seen from the outside rotate, and then when it fully comes down stage, it's 33 feet wide.
It means enormous pride and happiness. A show that belongs on Broadway. It's the last score by Kander and Ebb, and I think one of their very greatest. Doctor was very pleased with Ragtime, and Manuel Puig was very pleased with Kiss of the Spider Woman. So I consider that's part of my job, is to if there's going to be a musical, this is how it should sound.
I think it's a timeless piece. I think it's a slice of history. I think that we're all lucky to be seeing it in our lifetime. History is full of shows that were breaking new ground. The history books will view The Visit as one such show. And watching an audience lean in as they experience nothing they've ever experienced before in the musical form is something that I take great pride in.
I wasn't even thinking about Broadway. Lisa and I just tried to write as much as we could and take it in bite-sized chunks.
Idea, but the fact is, I had never written a musical before, so I could have as easily been totally wrong. That as Allison looks back, her coming out becomes, in her mind, inextricably tied to her father's death. But of course, going forward, she had no idea.
I think book writing for musical is an art that a lot of people don't know about. And that's what makes this thing work.
I've got to tell you, my hair is so janky. We've colored it and then over-colored it. Yeah, it's kind of the New Orleans lower depths over there at Airline Highway. Lisa DeMore and I really bonded over our Southern girl. I mean, because ultimately, Tanya is throwing a party. And the importance of getting that stinking party right.
We're shocked, but we all feel so passionately about the show. And it's been a labor of love from the beginning. So we're just thrilled that making Adam this sort of dark, brooding character, it sort of lifts the romance and the lightness of it.
Now I'm in her skin, and I think the writing is so good, and when something's well written, it makes it a lot easier. But no, I mean, she's not like me at all, because it really works perfectly in the round. That feeling of having people all around you, it makes you feel very exposed and very vulnerable.
Mr. Kevin McCollum saw it at EST and said, "We can take this to the Broadway." And we were like, "Sure!"
We had all known each other really well. We'd all worked at Ensemble Theater together on God knows how many projects. We knew each other really well. We set out to just try to make the kind of play that we would want to go see.
The moment I saw Stephen Boyer, I knew I'd found my muse.
I am in a sea of gratitude. That's what I feel like. I just feel like clouds of gratitude right now. I'm so happy. You know what? It's a dramedy. Because I get as much comedy as pathos in this play. I think that's why it's so funny, is that it's as deep as it is hysterical to me. So that there's a message, but it's just served up in a plate of laughter.
And I feel so sort of clear and light, but also totally full. It's a really strange. When Nathan's on stage, it's not. He certainly knows how to, take the stage and land his jokes. No, but he knows how to give focus,
right?
Too, and he serves you up in such a beautiful way.
Honestly, I really look forward to doing them because you always do two show days in a play, but at least with this one, you're not repeating yourself. You're going on with the story, so there's no kind of right. It's much easier to keep up. The fact that she managed to get married to the King of England when he was already married to a proper queen is just extraordinary. How she managed to manipulate that. She's such a cerebral, kind of calculating, slick political mind. I love her.
But one morning I just woke up and I couldn't stop thinking about this character, Amir. And the next 3 years were about trying to figure out why. The character that Josh played, Isaac, is also a kind of a refraction of myself, and myself wanting to be Woody Allen, but also a lot of people that I know.
I just had to sit down, and they started crying on the phone because they were so happy for me. It was Nick Scandalius. He called to tell me. But he said it's going to be hard to get this out because he was very moved, and then I got very moved, and then the phone put the phone down, and I was in some kind of nirvana state.